Okay, now that you have filled out your paper copy of your sentence outline and you've had it checked, it is time to type your final copy of this sentence outline. I'm going to remind you again, we are never writing the paper itself. We are only doing the outline. So first you're going to go to Google Docs and you are going to start a blank document. You want to make sure before you do anything else, you give this a title. So I'm going to title it Research Paper Outline. You can give it any title that you would like, but this makes it a lot easier to go find it later. Okay, the first thing that you have on your outline rough draft is that header. That header needs to appear on every page of your paper. Google Docs will do this for you if you do the following. Double-click the very top of your paper. You should see this little header bar. You are going to go over and make this right aligned, and you will type your last name, space, and then do not type the page number. You need to go to Insert, Header and Page Number, and you click this first one where you see in the top corner it says 1, 2. Now, every single page will not only have my last name, but it will number each page for me. Please make sure that you do not check this box. If you check this box, it's going to make everything more difficult. Once you've done this, click out of that header box. Make sure you are no longer in that header box. And then go ahead and check any additional pages still have that header. So if I press enter and I add a new page here, eventually, it'll have my last name and see how it automatically made it page 2. Okay, now I need to have my heading. Everything in this entire document should be in Times New Roman. So I'm going to set it in Times New Roman. It must be in 12-point font, and it must be double-spaced. So get that out of the way before you do any typing. Times New Roman, 12-point font, double-spaced. My heading only goes on the first page. So the heading starts with my name, and you do not need to put name and class the way that it is on your actual paper copy. Just put your name. So you're copying that stuff that is on your rough copy. So it's the name, it's your teacher's names, so Mrs. Keller and Mr. Downing, and then the class is research paper, and then the date, you type in whatever date you're doing this on. So December 19, 2018. I press enter, and then I'm going to go up here to center align it. Then I'll put in the title of my paper, whatever that might be. You type your own title. Press enter, go back to left align. Okay, now that I have all of that filled in, I'm ready to start my numbering. So to do so, I'm going to allow Google Docs to do this for me. At no point should you ever be typing any of this lettering or numbering yourself. Google Docs should do it all for you. If you start doing it yourself because you did it incorrectly, the whole formatting is going to be totally messed up. So to do this, I'm going to go up here to these little numbered lists. I'm going to click the arrow, and I'm going to pick this one that starts with the Roman numerals, just like it is on my outline. I'm going to click that. So just like on my outline, it has Roman numeral 1. This is my introduction paragraph. Then, to do this correctly, I press enter. Once I press enter, it's going to come up with Roman numeral 2. If you look at your paper copy, the next line gets indented. So to do this, I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to press this little number, increase indent. It's going to go to the right. I press that, and boom, I have that first bullet point. Then I'm going to start typing. You do not need to type the little part that says opening sentence. Just type your opening sentence. So I'm going to go ahead and type all my sentences out, and type my thesis out, and all of that. And as long as I keep pressing enter, Google Docs does all of it for me. I don't have to worry about formatting. Then I'm going to get down here after my thesis and realize that then on my paper copy, it goes back to the left to a Roman numeral. Okay, to do this, I still press enter like I was before, but then I go up here to decrease indent, this little arrow pointing to the left, and I press it. And then it will automatically do this for me. So then I have idea 1. Again, I press enter, I go up here, I make it go in, and I start typing my opening sentence. Press enter, I start typing my detail. Then I have my sub-details, and you will notice that the sub-details are indented even more. So when I press enter, I'm then going to press this little arrow, moving it towards the right. It is okay that your numbering on your typed copy is a little different than the numbering on your paper copy. I know that has a little tiny I and they're a little different. It doesn't matter. As long as these indentations are correct, you're good to go. So then I'm going to type my quote. I'm going to make sure I have my in-text citation with last name, page number, parenthesis, period. Then I press enter. I need to go back towards the left, just like it is on my paper copy. So again, I do this, and I continue on like this. So I have another sub-detail. I put my quote. I put my in-text citation. Press enter. Go back. Now I need to go all the way back to the Roman numerals for my next body paragraph. So I'm going to press this twice, and then it gives me the Roman numeral again, and I continue on. You continue doing this for the whole paper until you're done. Then, at the very end, you need a works cited page. Your works cited goes on a brand new blank sheet of paper. You're going to have your blank sheet of paper go up to this middle central line, and you're going to write the words works cited. Press enter, go over to left align. Then you're going to put all of your full citations. These need to go in alphabetical order. And remember, only the first line does not get indented. If your citation continues on to 2 lines, then you indent that second line. So for example, I'm going to start typing my citation the way that it's supposed to be, blah, 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 and see how this has gone on to a second line. To indent this second line, I'm going to put my cursor right here. I'm going to press the backspace until it goes back up to that first line. I'm going to press enter, and then I'm going to press tab. So again, I'm going to do that again. I press backspace until it looks like this. I press enter, then I press tab. And then that will do that for me for all of my citations. Again, you are only doing this if the citation continues on to 2 lines or more. If it is only 1 line, you don't have to worry about it. Once you're done with all of this, you will have a checklist to go through to make sure you did everything correctly before you actually print your final copy.